Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Eagles franchise. It's season 5 of the Eagles rebuild, and we are going to try to make it to the Super Bowl once again. We won it last year, and yeah, we need to win it again. It would be a huge disappointment if we didn't get back there. And we're gonna start out the season with a classic against the Dallas Cowboys. And like the last few years, these have been offensive battles with lots of points, and we need to win this on the offensive side. We need Christian Landry to do it again this year. He was the MVP last year, and he needs to repeat. And yeah, we have a great receiving core, a young receiving core. This is something that needs to be acknowledged, and then we also have a nice situation in the backfield because we just signed Joe Mixon, so we have a huge upgrade there. We still have Matt Upshaw with his great speed, and yeah, Dallas Goedert. Actually, no, I traded him away. We traded him away, but we have Nolan Graham, who has even better athleticism. So I think there's a lot out there that we can do to overpower this Dallas Cowboys offense. And our offensive line has 5 young starters with great potential, all of them on their rookie deals. And yeah, for the first game, we are going to miss Grant Delpit with a dislocated wrist, so he's going to be out for 1 game. And Chris Matlock is going to step in and play in his place. And then we have a little bit of upgrading to do here. Doug Washington, we need to get him the football a little bit more too, because his 95 speed and his ability to shake defenders on when he already has the ball is great. And we need to get him the ball a little bit more. Maybe we can make him like an 800-900 yard receiver this season, not just like 500. And then yeah, Jamie Boston, undrafted rookie free agent. I loved him in preseason. He looks awesome. Gets a nice upgrade there. And then Christian Landry. That's a really nice upgrade to field general, but still got +1 throw power. Got a little bit throw under pressure. So his ratings are now in a really solid place. We have all the important ratings in the 90s and high 80s. So yeah. And then James Smith, who played, I think, 1 drive in preseason, and now is back on the team as a rush defensive tackle. And I hope he gets a few sacks this season. And then we're going to look at this Cowboys offense. Still mostly unchanged. Dak Prescott with great accuracies across the board. They still have Zeke. He's a beast in Madden. He has still good athleticism and awesome breaking tackles abilities, and even 96 spin move at his size. It's fantastic. They still have Amari Cooper. He's still there, and he has not regressed a lot. His athleticism might have gone down a little bit, but he's still an awesome route runner. And then, of course, 6th year wideout CeeDee Lamb with unbelievable abilities down the field, and great jumping, great catching ratings across the board. They signed Kadarius Toney as their slot, and he's now the number 3 on the team. Also has great athleticism. His deep route running, it looks good. It might be a threat. And then Casey Madden, who has been there 3-4 years now. Suddenly now he's the 4. And still dangerous, but still a slot guy only. Yeah, you cannot really play him down the field a whole lot. And then for, yeah, their offensive line, they have an awesome offensive line. And then for the defense, it's young and inexperienced, I'd say. But there is a few building blocks. And one of them is they signed Josh Sweat straight from us away. I let him walk into free agency, and they signed him straight away, and he's going to be on the other side now. Then they obviously have Micah Parsons. This guy's a monster. You need to double block him all the time. basically. And then Trayvon Diggs. He is still the same ball hawk that he's ever been. And still has great athleticism, even better coverages now. His man lacks a little, but it's fine. They run a lot of zone. And then at the back end, Juan Thornhill and Zay Bowen make their safety tandem. I really like this tandem. They are complementing each other with their skill set very nicely. And yeah, just like every year, this is gonna be, yeah, hopefully a close game, but it's definitely gonna be a game with a lot of points because both defenses are weak against the run, and their secondaries have some spaces to expose, I guess you could call it. I like their safety duo, but their CB2 situation doesn't look great. And for us, we now have JC Horn, and he has to prove himself as the number 2 behind Chris Madden, but maybe that's fine. And then now we already lost Grant Delpit in this game as Joe Mixon runs it up the field there with a huge run up the gut. And play action now on 3rd and 8. Get it away. There is Mitch Slaughter. Does he get it? I think he was shy. That's just 7. And Chris Wise has the perfect stop there. But they are going for it. And they have trips to the right. But on the slant, it's Devontae Smith. And he does what he does best. Catching the football and getting some yardage in the process. 1st and 10. Pressure coming in. It's intercepted. And Dallas has the football. Tied at 0. It's Calvin Joseph. And I just talked about the CB2 spot being kind of weak. And there he is, proving me wrong. Shouldn't have said anything. This is, yeah. But it's not like it was a great play by him. He was just, yeah, he happened to be in the right place. As Landry got hit during the throwing motion. And this is broken up on 3rd and 10. Chris Madden does what he does best. Not catching picks, but not allowing completions. And Landry is pressured again into a bad throw on 3rd and 8. That's another punt. And now Dak from the midfield logo. And he hands it off to Zeke and he goes nowhere. Jonathan Rivera with a huge stop. Huge TFL. They kick the ball back. 1st and 10. Matt Upshaw from the 9. And he's got a first down. That's 10 yards. And they are out of their own 10-yard line, I guess now. 3rd and 7 now from the 22. And there is a man open on field and he overthrows him. It's Devontae Smith. He had a half step of separation, but now you gotta punt it back to Dak. And he goes down immediately. Not fooled by anybody is Lionel Rhodes on the blitz. He goes straight to the quarterback and has his first NFL sack. And Landry, there's a man wide open. He's behind the defense. It's Devontae Smith, and it's a 64-yard touchdown. Welcome to Season 5 of this rebuild. Devontae Smith with a huge touchdown. Finally breaking the scoreless tie. And he just ran away from CB2 on this play. And now, starting the second quarter, the Eagles lead 7-0, and Elliott kicks it away to D.D. Westbrook, who is now the returner back there. And there's a lane, and there's a lane, and there is nobody there anymore. Racing down the field, across the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, and nobody catches up to him. And the Cowboys tied up in one play. Wow, that was bad kick coverage. But, okay, Joe Mixon, 2nd and 6, running with, through a huge barn door across the offensive line there. The Dallas defense needs to show up if they want to win something. Landry now, double slants from the left, and Mitch Slaughter has the catch. That's a first down. 2 backs in the backfield, both of them go on routes. Over the middle on the in route, it's Slaughter, and that's 20 more. And they are down into the red zone now. Offset eye, Christian Landry on the slant, but he didn't see Juan Thornhill, and he is not taken down. He is racing across midfield. 30, 20, 10, and nobody's there. Juan Thornhill with the pick six, and the Cowboys are taking a 14-7 lead. Oh my, Christian Landry, are you Super Bowl hungover? What is happening, man? Did not see the safety there lurking at all. That was a post, and he would have been on the money for Devontae Smith, who was open, but he did not see Juan Thornhill just lurking underneath and then jumping up into the air. And, well, that's horrible. And then what is happening here? Then first, it was a punt back by the Eagles to the Cowboys on the first play possible. He throws it straight to Chris Madden with the interception. I called him out for not having picks, and now he has one. And Joe Mixon running up the field, 16 yards. He is close to like 9 yards a carry right now. Two backs in the backfield from the 20. Landry double slants from the right. And wide open is Doug Washington breaking tackles. 17 yards down to the 3. And there is an injury to defensive tackle DJ Wheaton. He's going to come out of the game. Second and goal, Christian Landry. Blitz is picked up. Touchdown, Eagles. And they tie up this game. That was a huge mistake by Dak, throwing it straight to Chris Madden. The Eagles are tying up this game with the short field. 14-14 now. And 4 minutes left in the second quarter as CeeDee Lamb has a wide open catch. Chris Madden too far away, but makes the tackle at least. And now the Cowboys lose one of the tackles. I'm not sure if that's Tyron or Tyler Smith, but they just lost one of their tackles. Dak gets it away. It's Amari Cooper, and that is a huge conversion too. That is 25 yards into field goal range. And now first and 10, 11 personnel. They hand it off to Zeke. And Matlock took a bad angle. And he is stiff-arming somebody out of the way. 26 yards to Elliott. And that is the first time today that the run has worked for the Cowboys. First and 10, two tight ends to the right. Zeke gets the football. And he goes nowhere. Lionel Rhodes, the rookie linebacker, with a huge TFL. And yeah, he is going to see the most playing time out of these three rookies that were just shown, as James Smith is just going to be a rush D tackle. And there is another injury on the play. It's Jonathan Rivera, and he's going to sit on the bench now. I'm going to come out of the game for a little bit. And yeah, Demonte Burgess for now is just a backup corner. But we'll see how J.C. Horn plays, as there is a touchdown for the Cowboys. And it's Amari Cooper with the score, getting the lead back for the Dallas Cowboys. Christian Landry, you threw 2 picks in this game already. Can you avoid a third one? Yes, you can. It's Nolan Graham, and that is 28 yards in his starting debut as a tight end for the Eagles, now that Goddard is gone. And Nolan Graham is somebody with a lot of athleticism, as Jamie Boston, the undrafted rookie, has a 25-yard catch in his very first NFL game. And there is another injury on the play. It's Josh Sweat, and he's probably not going to come back either. As Joe Mixon runs it to the outside, it's a outside zone, and that's a touchdown, Eagles, and they tie up this game at 21. And what did I tell you? It's going to be a lot of points. We are at 42 already. And that's a nice, nice blocking there for Joe Mixon, going untouched into the end zone using the speed. Now, there is 80 seconds left on the clock as Zeke is taken down in the backfield. Great play by Deacon Chancellor. And now the Cowboys are just going to run clock. And they are going to pass it. Double slants from the right. One slant from the left. And Dak has a wide open man at the sideline. It's Casey Madden. And he's got a first down. And the Cowboys now have 29 seconds left. And actually no timeouts anymore. Skip 2 plays there. That's the last play of the half, and Dak is going to go down. James Smith with his first sack of his NFL career. So both the rookies with some playing time having NFL sacks in their first halves as NFL pro athletes. That is nice to see. We only picked 3 players in this draft, and it's nice to see when they already start working out there and paying back the investment. As obviously this is a Thursday night football game because we are the Super Bowl champion, and there is no games in the league left for us to talk about because none of them have started yet. But now Dak has some time and throws it down the field, and it is broken up as Chris Madden has another incompletion, and this time it's on his brother Casey Madden. What a play. And then down the field, Amari Cooper, did you just not see the ball? Not sure. They have to punt it away, and there is back deep. That's Matt Upshaw, but this is gonna be bounced down to inside the 1. That is absolutely ridiculous. Wow. What a punt. Unbelievable. And Matt Upshaw has a huge opening up the middle. What are you doing, Dallas? That's 11 yards. First down. And the third defensive lineman for the Cowboys has to exit the game. Play action. Landry, wide open. Devontae Smith breaks a tackle and has 18 yards, and they are continuing to pour it on yardage-wise. Already, I think both teams already are at over 300 yards from scrimmage. First and 10. Landry, wide open. That's Justin Douglas, and he has the first catch of this season, as he was a 1,000-yard receiver last year because Mitch Slaughter was hurt for so much, and Devontae Smith also was hurt a few games. And now he has to prove that he is, still the number 3 guy, I guess. And there's a touchdown for the Eagles as Matt Upshaw runs it in on an easy inside zone give. And finally, the Eagles are taking their first lead of the season. Actually, that's not true. But that might not stand long because that is Dalton Schultz down the field for about 50 yards. I'm not sure, but he was wide open down there in the middle of a cover 2 zone call. And there's a touchdown for the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb has a score in this game as well, and we are tied at 28. First and 10, play action, shot for Landry. It's Slaughter, and he's got a first down, and that's about 20 yards. As Landry's closing in on 300 passing yards. And now they go empty backfield. Landry throws it down to the goal line. It's a 1-on-1, and it's out of bounds. What a catch by Devontae Smith over his head, but sadly he just stepped out of bounds. It was a little bit too far, thrown a little bit too late, but we get the first down. Joe Mixon here with the football, running it down the field, continuing to pour it on. First and 10, Landry gets it away. Devontae Smith behind the defense to end the quarter. It's an Eagles touchdown, and we're taking the lead once again, 35-28. Wow. Play action for Dak Prescott. Over the middle. That's a first down. It's CeeDee Lamb again, as Chris Madden had close coverage, but just couldn't break it up. Second and 1. It's Zeke again, and this is a huge run. 12 yards. They are finally getting the running game going. It did not work for almost the entire first half. But now they're going to go with a play action shot, and that's a catch. And that's Amari Cooper. And Avonte Maddox couldn't close in on him soon enough. And there is a sack for Deacon Chancellor on the linebacker blitz. And they are having a 3rd and goal from the 2 now. Motion for the tight end. And it's going to be a handoff to Zeke up the middle. And he's into the end zone. They tie up the game at 35. There is 70 points on the board. Are you kidding me? And we have still 7 minutes of football left in this game. 1st and 10. Landry throwing it down the field. Devontae Smith, 18 yards, 1st down. 11 personnel. Handoff to Joe Mixon. Huge rushing lane up the middle. And that's 10 more and a 1st down. And Mixon, by the way, is at 120 yards. And now there's a play action shot for Landry. Gets it away to Graham. Shoved out of bounds at the 2. And we're closing in on the 2-minute warning now. 3 minutes left in the game. And Joe Mixon, no! It's a play action! And it's a touchdown! They even faked me. Oh my god. Devontae Smith with another score. It's a beautiful toe drag at the back of the end zone, as I thought the give was gonna go to Mixon, and there was already a man in the backfield. But no, it's a play action fake, and Smith is the one with the score. 1st and 10, 42 to 35. You need to shut this down now, but you can't shut down CD apparently. It's unbelievable. Prescott, 4-man pressure. Needs to throw it away, and that he does. He dumps it off on the swing route to Zeke, and now they're going to go hurry up. We're inside 2 minutes now, and Dak has a man. It's Casey Madden, and that's a 1st down, 10 yards, and he has a conversion again, even though he's just the wide receiver 4 on this team now. But there is an injury, and that is kind of sad to see, as Dalvin McCall is going to come out of the game. So it's the Alex Soto show the rest of the way probably. And at the sideline, it's CeeDee Lamb. What a toe drag again. And he's out of bounds, so that stops the clock. And the Cowboys lose their left guard, Orleans Pearson. 1st and 10. It's Dak. He has a man open. It's Casey Madden to the goal line. And he's just shy, but they're going to go hurry up at the 1. Dak Prescott has a play action shot. He needs to make a decision. Running, and this is incomplete and almost intercepted. He would have had Casey Madden there, but he dropped it. 2nd and goal from the 1. Dak is going down. It's a sack for Alonzo McFadden. It took him this long to get into the backfield for once. And now they're taking the timeout. 11 seconds left and 2 timeouts for Dak. You need to get this touchdown. And it is a catch at the 1. Wow! CeeDee Lamb with an unbelievable one-hander. 4th and goal from the 1. Pressure coming in. It's a touchdown, Dallas. And they tie up this game to Tommy Tremble, the 2nd tight end. Unreal. Tied at 42 with 3 seconds left in the game. We're going to overtime. It is unbelievable. And by the way, Landry is at almost 500 passing yards. That is absolutely ridiculous. And let's see who gets the toss. And it's the Eagles. And we are obviously gonna receive. And this is our chance to end this game. But tied at 42. This is gonna be tough. Landry has a clean pocket for now. He gets it away. Devontae Smith at the sideline. It's a conversion. It's a 59-yard conversion. And Smith is at the 9-yard line. Are you kidding me, man? That is unreal. Wow. They just wanted it to have it like in one play. It's sadly just at the 9. It's not a touchdown, but unreal stuff here. What a play call from Coach Lindell Thierry. And now down to the 1-yard line was, I think that was Nolan Graham. 3rd and goal. At the goal line. It's incomplete. Bobbled through the hands of 2 receivers. And there's the penalty down. And that is a pass interference call. They're going to get 3 more downs from the 1-yard line. Christian Landry. It's a QB draw, and he's into the end zone. The Eagles take this game with a walk-off touchdown by Christian Landry. Unreal. Wow, this game is unbelievable. Chris Wise had a chance there, but Landry crossed the goal line. And it's a 48-42 ending. Unreal. That is 90 points. Can you believe it? And we even had a scoreless first quarter. Are you kidding me? Wow, I'm still in awe over this game. This game was unbelievable. It just went back and forth all the damn time. And no team was going to give up on offense. Those defenses were pretty awful. And Landry, 462 and 4 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Dak Prescott's also a great game, 42. Not 42, over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns as well. Joe Mixon, 122 on the ground. Ezekiel Elliott, they got it going late, but they didn't run enough. They should have ran even more, I think. And unbelievable stuff also by Devontae Smith. 222 and 3 touchdowns, player of the game easily. Mitch Slaughter, 9 catches for 96 yards and a score. And then obviously CeeDee Lamb had also a great day, 94 yards and a touchdown. Nolan Graham, great starting tight end debut. Casey Madden had a great game. Amari Cooper, lots of yardage to go around. The only guy that didn't have a lot of yardage was Kadarius Toney. And yeah, great day also by Deacon Chancellor, having racked up TFLs here and there. And then obviously James Smith, Lionel Rhodes, both of them with sacks in their first NFL games. Deacon Chancellor getting in there on a blitz, and then Alonzo McFadden continuing to improve. Jonathan Rivera just had a really nice upgrade here. I think he went up in acceleration, and he's not going to be hurt in the next game, thankfully. Mitch Slaughter gets a great upgrade. That is awesome. +2 medium and short, plus catching ratings. And yeah, he is proving to be a really effective number 2 chain mover here. The number 1 obviously being Devontae Smith. And Chris Haas is making his way, gets +1 strength. Nice upgrade here. Nice lead block as well for a guard that's valuable. And he is developing into such a sound pass protector and run blocker at the same time. It's kind of unbelievable how well he is, yeah, rounded and developed. And then JC Horn, he had that breakout thing, but it didn't happen for him. He's still got to work. I think he was fine. Most of our yardage we allowed to Dak was mostly over the middle, so our linebackers need to be better in coverage, and also our safeties obviously, because yeah, that was not really all that great by me using Chris Matlock all the time. That did not work out all the time, but yeah. And then the game plan QB, yeah, we won the game. That's enough, I think, even though Dak had a great game too. But they didn't get the ball in overtime, and that's what got the job done. As Devontae Smith obviously wins NFC Offensive Player of the Week with over 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I want to see him again on a 2,000 yard pace. I want to see that as much as possible. And we're just going to challenge Mitch Slaughter here and hope that we get the 150. I think there's also a extra goal for touchdowns if he gets those, but we'll see. And then Jamie Boston had his first NFL catch on that one play, 25 yards, and that is a huge upgrade. So many ratings. That is ridiculous. He is developing into a nice number 5 receiver, I guess, because yeah, there might be some injuries. Devontae Smith and Mitch Slaughter both were injured last season, so there was some playing time for Justin Douglas. Who says it can't happen again? And then Deacon Chancellor gets a nice upgrade here too. His tackling is so solid. He barely misses any tackles, but his coverage ratings need to get up there a little bit more. And then Justin Douglas, that's an interesting upgrade. Lots of deep route running. That was his biggest weakness. And I like that his release is at just 96 casually. If he's ever going to be pressed at the line, nobody's going to catch up to him. Presley Harvin gets a boost. Kind of okay. Jake Elliott goes up. So many players getting upgrades. And yeah, Elliott, still a great kicker in his 30s. And then Demonte Burgess, I think it's his first upgrade of his NFL career. And it's a solid one. We get some zone coverage, agility, awareness. Still 21 years old. This guy has a long career ahead of him. And I'm looking forward to seeing him on the field one time. Now, Lionel Rhodes. Yeah, he had a great first game. And this is ridiculous. He gets +1 speed, +4 zone coverage, and +2 block shedding. Even though I upgraded run stopper, he gets zone coverage and speed. That is ridiculous. His zone coverage is never going to be great, but at least we can make it so that it's not a huge liability. And then Coco Washington, a backup linebacker that is purely a coverage guy, which is why I'm upgrading his run stopping here. He has, yeah, really good coverage abilities. Yeah, gotta say it like it is. And then Nolan Graham, nice first game, having a few important catches. I like to throw on him on 3rd down because of the size. He can box at defenders. He is a great athlete. And that's a nice upgrade here for him too. And then JC Horn gets one as well. Going into zone, we're running a lot of zone. And he's more of a man cover corner, but I liked his upside. And that's a fine upgrade, I'd say. It's just a lot of intangibles getting big boost. That's fine with me. And yeah, still is a great press corner. And then, yeah, depth chart wise, Grant Delpit comes back. So he is back from injury, and we're gonna see how he does in his first game of the season. We're going to play the Broncos for our next game, and they drafted Patrick Ferguson as the first quarterback in this entire series, and he has developed nicely into a solid starting quarterback in the league, I'd say. Nothing special, but solid. Javonte Williams, he is the dangerous guy. 95 break tackle, 91 trucking, 89 stiff arm. He is dangerous. You know it. And they signed Jamar Chase. So they have now a alpha #1 receiver. And I guess it's just another one because though I actually thought they still have Cortland Sutton, but they also have Jerry Jeudy, who is an elite route runner at his position and also has great catching ratings. And there he is, Cortland Sutton. 2 alpha #1 wideouts and Jerry Jeudy in the slot. That is ridiculous. And not to forget, last draft they drafted Michael Schaffer at I think it was pick #5, and he has great athleticism, great route runnings to start out as a rookie, and catching ratings all in the 80s. So they are 4 deep at receiver as well. And then they still have Noah Fant. 89 speed, 91 acceleration. This guy's going to be a mismatch problem with also combined 97 catching and route runnings all in the 70s. It's ridiculous. Their offensive line is not that great, but the defense looks good. Bradley Chubb, a great finesse rusher, can do it with the power moves. Not a bad run stopper either. And then they drafted Alex Jennings a couple years ago, and I really liked him. I really missed out on him when I didn't see that he was this good. And yeah, they have Patrick Surtain, one of the best corners in the league. Has developed into an elite man coverage corner. And their safety tandem, Justin Simmons and Michael Lambert. And Lambert has also developed into a nice starting safety and is continuing to do well in this league. From this game, I kind of expect the exact same thing. This should also be a game where both teams have 30 plus points, I guess, because this is Two great offenses going against each other. Two young defenses with a few strong players, but a few weak points as well. And I think that the Broncos are well suited to match our offense with that kind of receiving core. Let's see if Patrick Ferguson is as good as Christian Landry can be in this game. We're going to start out on offense and with empty backfield. And this is a one-hander. It's Devontae Smith down the field. 34 yards. And Smith is just racking up numbers. If he continues on this pace, he might have 500 yards in week 3. That is absolutely ridiculous. What a one-hander behind the defense. That was a great play. Now at the goal line, Christian Landry, wide open. Matt Upshaw into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And we have the speedy receiver / running back there. Nobody covered him at all. Blitz was coming in, obviously. Landry got sacked, but not before he got the ball away. And now it's Patrick Ferguson's time to lead the Broncos down the field. We're going to see how he does. Close bunch to the right to start this game. And they're just going to call a QB draw as their first player. Are you kidding me? That's 14 yards and a first down for Ferguson. Nice play. 3rd and 4, close bunch to the right again. And Ferguson sets up the screen, and this is going nowhere. And Chancellor is continuing to racking up TFLs. It is absolutely stunning. 3rd and 5. Motion for Mitch Slaughter. And it is a play action shot to Devontae Smith to the sideline. He gets out of bounds with about, I think that was 18 yards. 1st and 10 for Landry. Blitz is, actually there is no blitz. That was just a regular pressure. And Doug Washington has a catch, who I already said that he needs to get more targets. And now 3rd and 9. You need to move the football, and wide open is Mitch Slaughter. They completely forgot about him. Was wide open on the slant there, and there is an injury to Crowder, a young defensive end, and he has to leave the game now. 2nd and 9. Touchdown Slaughter, wide open. Up the seam is Mitch Slaughter. And this is a 14-0 ball game now. And the Broncos need to figure out how to score some touchdowns. And this is a play action shot, and he has literally a million years time to dump this one off, as there is another injury on the field, and it's Jonathan Rivera again. He already missed most of much of the last game because of the injury, and now he has one more. As Ferguson throws it to the back of the end zone, and that is incomplete. Knocked down by J.C. Horn on 3rd down. That results in a field goal for the Broncos. It's now 14-3. Landry gets it away, but it's a wobbler, and it falls incomplete harmlessly. And they have to punt it back to the Broncos offense. And now Ferguson has the time. And Chris Madden, he wanted the pick so bad. Wow. Yeah. Javonte Williams up the middle, or I guess it was it? I think it was inside the tackle still, but it was an inside zone give, I think. And it's a huge first down. 3rd and 4, Ferguson. Knockdown. And 4th down. Are you going for it here? 4th down and 4 from the 40? They are. They are trying this 57-yarder, and it is not even close. I think it had the length, but the distance. But yeah, 2 running backs in the backfield, and Landry cuffs up the football as Keaton falls on it. But Alex Jennings with a forced fumble. He is a dangerous pass rusher. And that leads to a quick 3-and-out for the Eagles offense. And the Broncos have another chance to close in on this lead. Cortland Sutton. And there is another injury. And this time it's Deacon Chancellor. And he is not going to come back. This looks awful. That does not look good. Foot fracture for Deacon Chancellor. That's going to be a few games. And Tyler Stokes is going to come into the game. 2nd and 9. Patrick Ferguson throws it to the outside. It's Jamar Chase. And he is inside Eagles territory now. And there is another injury. It's James Smith. And he missed already most of preseason, almost all of preseason. Now he's at the sidelines again. At least he's at the sidelines and not in the locker room. As the nickel blitz gets in on the next play and Devontae Maddox sacks the quarterback to make it 3rd and 19 now. They go empty backfields because there is no use in having a running back in the backfield here. And it is caught by Sutton at the sideline, but that's shy of the sticks by a huge margin. And this is another injury. And this time it's Clay Riley, the run-stopping defensive tackle, and he's going to come out of the game. So we are now shy 2 defensive tackles and a linebacker already. And we're not even through the second quarter. As third and 6, and Landry couldn't get the ball away in time. It's a punt back to the Broncos offense. Still 14-3, and it doesn't look like it's going to change soon. Because Alonzo McFadden just had a sack. Took down the quarterback in no time. And Landry is motioning in a receiver. And then throwing it straight to the defender. Once again, did not see the safety lurking over the middle. And that is Michael Lambert. The young, strong safety. Playing a curl hook zone, I think. And yeah, that would have been a good pass, I'd say, but did not see the safety at all on that play. And now they have a short field. Ferguson, 1st and 10, clean pocket for a long time. And then Jonathan Rivera gets a sack. 3rd and 4 now. 90 seconds on the clock. Ferguson gets it away and wide open. It's Cortland Sutton splitting the safeties. Touchdown Broncos, making it a 4-point game. But still, almost 90 seconds on the clock. And Doug Washington just had 23 yards, moving them close to midfield. And they still have all their timeouts. Christian Landry gets it away. It's Mitch Slaughter. And that's another huge conversion. That's more than 20 yards again on this one, I think. 1st and 10, close bunch to the right. Landry to the sideline, and this is out of bounds. Doug Washington at the 1. Couldn't get it to the pylon, I guess. 2nd and goal. Joe Mixon shaking away defender. Touchdown Eagles. And they ran down this clock continuously to 14 seconds left. And that is going to bring us to halftime. But that was a really nice run there. Breaking the tackle. That was immediately shed here on Easton Young, the center. He couldn't hold his block, but Joe Mixon doesn't care. Just breaks the tackle. And of course, if you enjoy this video and this series, please leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We're going to go to the second half in a moment, but we are going to talk about a few games here in division. The Cowboys trying to go to 1-1 are leading in this game as Dak Prescott looks to have a fantastic day once again. And Baltimore plays at Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh has just drafted Joe Hart, number 1 overall. And it doesn't look like a good start to the season for him. Lost the first game, has an interception already in this game, no touchdowns. Doesn't look great. But back to this game. This is Dalvin McKell as his first NFL sack as a starting edge rusher. And to the sideline on 3rd and 9. Jerry Jeudy can't haul it in. I think it was Chris Madden on the breakup again. They punted back to Mixon. Breaks a tackle. That's a 1st down. Great play by Mixon. Actually, I just realized that it's Mixon versus Chase, the ex-Cincinnati Players Bowl, I guess. The ex-Cincinnati Stars Bowl, I guess. And Mixon has another huge carry. And now it's 11 personnel for Landry. He motions in Devontae Smith, and then targets him. He catches it to the sideline. That's 15 yards. And they're continuing to move the chains. That puts Landry over 200 yards passing on the game. Landry now with a clean pocket. Down the field. 1-1. Smith with a half step. It's a touchdown. Devontae Smith is back at it again. It's ridiculous. You can't jam him at the line. If you try to press him, he's gone. And he has the speed to run away from you. That is not going to end well for anybody. I can tell you that right now. So it's a 28-10 game. And it kind of looks over already. No, it doesn't. Because it's Cortland Sutton down the field. 74 yards. On the very next play from scrimmage. And that closes the gap to 11 points again. Finally, the Broncos showing some teeth. As Slaughter has the catch, 22 yards. And they are continuing to pour it on. Slaughter at 86 yards now. And now down to the goal line from the 4. Landry running away from defenders. And just taking off, running it in. And that is a touchdown for the Eagles. Christian Landry has a rushing touchdown in both of his first games now in this season. And now Ferguson wants it all. And he's got it. It's Jamar Chase. And that's a 79-yard touchdown. Are you kidding me? I thought that would be broken up for sure. But Jamar Chase at the sideline with incredible magic. Unbelievable. And Ferguson just got hit a half second, a tenth of a second later, as JC Horn just allows a huge completion. He was there, but not step by step. And that's just the stuff you can't allow. As Nolan Graham has 25 on first down, converting to the midfield, but they later lost the football on 3 consecutive rushes. They punted back to the Broncos, and they got the ball back here with Javonte Williams running it. 3rd and 10. Patrick Ferguson throws it to the sideline, but nowhere to go. And that's going to be a field goal try, and it's a 1-score game again. I can't believe it. And Patrick Ferguson. Christian Landry runs straight into the edge rusher who did not fall for the play action. I can tell you that right now. 3rd and 10. Christian Landry, 1-on-1 again down the field. And this is intercepted. That was underthrown. Devontae Smith, he again had a half step. Should have thrown it a little bit earlier. But Stephon Gilmore is not having it. He's on the other side. And he still is a good corner. He's not what he once was, but he's still a good corner. And they get the ball back. And Patrick Ferguson has a wide open Jerry Jeudy at the sideline. Converting. That's, I think, 21 yards or something. 1st and goal now from the 5. Ferguson, just run it in, dude. And he does just that. And that's a touchdown. I can't believe it. They closed the gap. The game felt over at 35-17. And now they have a chance to tie up this game with their 2-point try. Close bunch to the right. Javonte Williams is the back. Ferguson is sacked. And that is Jonathan Rivera. And he gets another one. But it won't be counted at all because safeties are kind of broken with the stats. So it's a 2-point game as Mitch Slaughter at the sideline has a conversion on the comeback route. 1st and 10. Close bunch to the right for Landry. And he gets it away. And that is Matt Upshaw. And that's a first down. 13 yards. Now offset eye. It's Landry getting it away. And that is Devontae Smith. And he somehow converted that. I can't believe it. Turned upfield. And 13 yards. First down. Now they show double A got blitz. No, they don't. They back out of it. Landry goes down. Nobody was open. And Zach Conway takes advantage, and 4th down and 18. You got to get this field goal done here. And Elliott just shanked it wide left by a wide margin. But there's also a lot of wins in this game. That was strong crosswinds. We're 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from the end of the game, and the Broncos are in field goal range. But on 3rd and 10, they are throwing it away, and they missed the field goal. So Landry now has a 1st down at the sideline, and we're closing in on the 2-minute warning now. Slaughter has almost 150 yards. Christian Landry, clean pocket, gets it away. It's Devontae Smith again, and that's a 1st down. Now can you finish out this game? After 2 missed field goals by both teams, can you finish out this game right here, right now? A touchdown ends it. And that is a huge drop by Nolan Graham. You can't do that. That's a 4th down and a field goal by the Eagles. So Patrick Ferguson is getting the chance, but he needs to get the touchdown, as Jerry Jeudy has the first down. And then we already helped him out as well, but yeah, James Smith is not going to come back. That's an injury into the locker room, and we have to spend a timeout there. And the Broncos have an open man there in Jerry Jeudy again. This guy's an elite route runner, and Patrick Ferguson is almost at 400 yards passing. And there he has it. That's 404. Yeah, 404 on the dot. And there is another injury, and we again have to spend a timeout, as James Smith is going to be out for the rest of this game. 1st and 10. Patrick Ferguson at the sideline, stepping out of bounds. It's Jerry Jeudy having a million catches. Dislocated shoulder for Alonzo McFadden. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. 3rd and 6. Patrick Ferguson almost intercepted. Taylor Anderson, you need to seal the game right there. What are you doing? Ferguson, 4th and 6, and it is incomplete for Cortland Sutton. But that was not necessary, dude. Taylor Anderson, man. Yeah, and now you gotta run out this clock. And Joe Mixon does not have the 1st down here. And they get the ball back with 2 seconds remaining after the punt. It's a Hail Mary and nowhere to go. The game is over. Wow. What a nail biter. 2 one-score games decided at the end, like really in the last seconds of the game and in overtime in the first one. This is absolutely redonkulous. But you got to finish the game there if you're Taylor Anderson. That needs to be a pick and seal the game right there. As yeah, Joe Mixon, we couldn't get it going on the ground, but it didn't matter because we just passed it around so much. We couldn't stop Javonte Williams in this game though. That was a huge issue that you need to salvage that. And Devontae Smith decreases his yards per game average because he had only 162 in this game. Mitch Slaughter had 156, so our top 2 receivers combined for more than 300 receiving yards, man. And yeah, we couldn't stop Jerry Jeudy and Jamar Chase. But yeah, that was actually kind of ridiculous. And yeah, lots of sacks in this game, but Alonzo McFadden, Vontae Maddox, Rivera went out in this game as well. And Dalvin McCall had an injury, was on the sideline for a little bit. Alex Jennings had to leave the game in the 4th quarter. And yeah, those were a lot of injuries in that game. We're gonna check out the injury situation later. But yeah, that didn't sound good for Alonzo McFadden with the dislocated shoulder. And now let's talk scenarios, because Mitch Slaughter got the 150 and I think he had a touchdown too. So I think that he should be getting a little bit bonus here. +3 catch in traffic. That's nice. And now for the injuries. Clay Riley is not going to come back, and Alonzo McFadden is actually not hurt further. But we lost Deacon Chancellor also. So both of those guys are going to miss some time. we lose our run-stopping defensive tackle, and we lose our run-stopping middle linebacker. That can't be good. And yeah, now I just found out, because a lot of our practice squad players got signed away, Christian Garrett is actually was cut by the Seahawks. I can't believe it. And I think he's a third-year wideout. And I really liked him. I wanted to draft him when he was on the board, but got taken before I got a chance. Would have had to trade up for him. And I'm just going to sign him and then put Harvey McNeil on the practice squad because I like Christian Garrett's ratings. And then the big one. Our first overall draft pick in this entire draft class. And I'm going way over the fair offer because this guy's going to be one of the best tackles in the game for a long time. And I think that 5 years, $95 million is a fair deal. 19 per year for a top 5 left tackle in the league. That's fair. Now let's look at this mock draft. Not sure if I'm going to do another draft class, but I already can tell you, if I wanted a quarterback, Parker Fontaine would be my guy. But we don't need a quarterback, so he's not my guy. And probably we'll pick a little bit too low. They have us going with a running back that I also actually like. He looks really good. But also Tarsh Springs. Both of those running backs look really good. This might be the first time in forever, the first time in ever, that I have will or may be considering drafting a running back in the first round, as we have an injury to a backup running back, to Justin Douglas with the dislocated shoulder, and to our backup right tackle DeAndre Lucas with a quad strain. So losing 3 players for this game, but 3 backups. So not that bad. And we actually, I think we just got back Coco Washington from injury. And so yeah, Jalen Gilmore has a nice upgrade here as well. He's continuing to improve into a solid slot corner, I guess. And then our fullback. He's the first fullback I ever had on this team because I always was doing it with a tight end. But now this undrafted fullback was just sitting right there in free agency. And I think this is a nice upgrade here. And yeah, he's 6'1", 252. He has great lead blocking. He has awful speed. It's kind of a funny profile, but I think it's fine. And then James Smith is thankfully not injured further, and he just got stronger. +1 strength and +2 block shedding. I like this upgrade a lot because he needs to be stronger against the run too. But for now, he's still going to be a primary pass rusher. I just wanted to improve his block shedding because we just lost Clay Riley to injury, and I think that now it's time to take over for James Washington as a full-time starter, and we get Coco Washington back just like I said. He's gonna be a coverage linebacker in sub linebacker packages because we just lost Deacon Chancellor to injury too. And so, yeah, you're going to see Coco Washington on the field today, even though I'm just thinking about it. We also still have Tyler Stokes. So one of those 2 guys is going to be the sub-linebacker behind Mike Middleton. And by the way, didn't pay attention to the video at all. Mitch Slaughter has a chance for X Factor. 200 yards or 4 touchdowns. Ridiculous. Let's go to the game. We are playing the Chargers with Justin Herbert, this ridiculous guy, as the quarterback. They still have Austin Eckler as the running back. Still looks really solid. But he is regressing a little bit because he's getting older and you can see it. Mike Williams is their top receiver, and he's regressing a little bit too. He has been in the league a long time, but still a good receiver. Yeah. And then a couple of years ago, they drafted a receiver I really liked. I really liked DeAndre Rowland, and he's playing us as the number 2 today. We're gonna see him a lot. And then we're playing another ex-Eagle. Landon Davis was the number 2 tight end last year, and he played in the wake of the injury of Dallas Goedert last year. He's solid, but I didn't want to pay him the money he wanted. And then for the defense, Austin Tucker, a first-year defensive tackle, from the first draft class defensive tackle. I think he's in his fourth year right now. He has developed into a really solid guy. Then they also have Joey Bosa, and I don't need to tell you how dangerous this guy is. They have Kenneth Murray over the middle of the field, and unlike in real life, he really panned out in this series, I guess. And he might be dangerous. He has good athleticism. They picked up Carlton Davis from the free agency market because Tampa Bay couldn't keep him around them anymore. And so he's here in Los Angeles and still doing well. Then their number 2 is Asante Samuel, who has developed into a really solid cornerback. He could be a 1 on most teams in the league. And he's just a 2 on this team. And then they also have Freddie Mayo, who is a undersized but still outside corner because his tackling is pretty awful. But he's 5'9". But yeah, those 3 guys. This is a ridiculous secondary. They also have Derwin James with 92 hit power, 93 zone coverage. This guy is going to be a problem as well. So that defense is really strong. And yeah, we need to make sure that it doesn't get us into any trouble because, yeah, Landry already has 4 picks on the season, and we don't need to be, we don't need it to be 7 picks after this game. But we're gonna see how this is gonna go. The Chargers have one kind of weakness. It's the offensive line. It's not really all that great. And if I'm being honest, their defensive line actually, outside of Austin Tucker, is kind of average too. Below average, actually. And we're just gonna run it down the field. Joe Mixon breaking tackles. That's 2 tacklers broken. And 14 yards to start this game. 3rd and 4, Christian Landry. 4-man pressure. Throws it away, and this is almost intercepted. And almost caught as well. And there's an injury. Jadeveon Clowney is on their defense, but he has regressed. He's not what... I mean, he wasn't that great to begin with, but now he's even not that great to begin with either. So yeah, Justin Herbert not having a great start to the season, but now he can improve on that. He has 1 touchdown and 3 picks over 2 games. And Austin Eckler just goes absolutely nowhere as the Chargers lose their starting right guard or tackle. Not sure. I think it was a guard. Deron Smith. He's going to leave the game. Herbert has lots of time. Gets it away. Caught at the sideline. First down. Landon Davis in the revenge game. You're kidding. 2nd and 10. Herbert at the sideline. And that is a catch made. 1st and 10. Now they go with 2 tight ends to the right and stacked formation to the left. Austin Eckler up the middle. And that's a solid gain. And there is another injury to Jonathan Rivera. This guy cannot be healthy somehow. He is injured every game now. And this time he's not coming back. Dislocated shoulder. Yeah, he's done for the day. Now we have Dalvin McCall. And this is Mike Middleton. Dalvin McCall is going to replace him. And Mike Middleton had a huge TFL right here. As Herbert has a million years. But still can't get it down the field. That's a 4th down to Williams. And Jalen Gilmore helps with the important stop. And that's a field goal for the Chargers. As Christian Landry has a man wide open over the middle. That's Devontae Smith. And a 1st down. Now we have empty backfield for Christian Landry in Chargers territory now. He gets it away and Mitch Slaughter runs it to the sideline, or at least toward the sideline. That's 23 yards and a 1st down. Trying to get to 200 yards is kind of tough for him, I guess, especially with this secondary. And also with these kinds of throws. That was 3rd and 10 and Landry just missed Devontae Smith, and that's a field goal. Game tied at 3 now. And Austin Eckler runs away from the defense. 2 tacklers with bad pursuit angles, and Taylor Anderson saves a touchdown there. That was really dangerous. But 3rd and 3 now in Eagles territory. And Herbert has a man, and he had to come back for it, and that's going to be a 4th down. It's Avonte Maddox at the 42. Are they going to go for it? Yes, they are. Close formation here, and Herbert... Wow, they didn't get it because he had to come back for it another time. 2 times in a row, Terrace Marshall Jr. had to come back for it, and it cost them the forward progress. They just lost it on turnover on downs, but it doesn't matter. This is Austin Tucker into the end zone. Touchdown Chargers. Christian Landry just got strip sacked. Wow. That pressure got in there immediately. And now it's a 10-3 game. Landry gets it away. Devontae Smith is caught from behind. 17 yards. 1st down. 3rd and 6. Christian Landry gets it away. It's Nolan Graham. And that is incomplete. Overthrown. 4th down. Punt back to the Chargers. And Herbert is going down. It's Dalvin McKell. And he's got the sack this time. At the 6. 3rd and 12. Are you going to run it or are you going to pass it? They're just going to run it. Austin Eckler breaks 1 tackle, but that's not going to get you anywhere. And that's a 4th down. And they punt it back to the Eagles, where Christian Landry needs to do better this time. These missed throws are kind of ridiculous. Are you kidding me, man? Another one on 3rd down, and that's going to be another punt back to the Chargers. You need to contain them. And Herbert has another completion. This time it's to Mike Williams, and that's a 1st down. And I think about 15 yards. 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert, wide open. It's Landon Davis, and he fumbled out of bounds. Vontae Maddox with the forced fumble here. 3rd and 4, 11 personnel, and he overthrows Landon Davis, and that's Taylor Anderson with the pick. Finally, this guy can get interceptions, man. Wow. This guy is not good at getting picks. Now you have to get rid of the football here, and that is Nolan Graham over his head, 22 yards. Great play. And now empty backfield on 3rd and 10. Christian Landry. And he does not get it away in time. Throws out of the sack. 4th down. And that ends the first half. It went by really quickly because we couldn't run it at all. And our passing, didn't amount to anything either. And then on the other side, the Chargers also ran it a bunch. And a lot more success, though. So, looking at other teams, the Washington football team is 1-1. And, that's no surprise. They weren't that great last year, and they're probably not going to be that great this year. As Patrick Ferguson is losing to the Chiefs here. And the Broncos are kind of losing out already. If they lose this game, the Chiefs are going to be 2-1 or 3-0, and the Broncos are going to be 0-3. So, you're already behind by a lot. And we just lost Kevin Bonds to a bruised sternum on a special teams play. Justin Herbert's up the middle, and huge rushing lanes there. That's 17 yards, and Eckler is closing in on 100 on the day. Now we're at the 6. It's 1st and goal, and Justin Herbert has Mike Williams, and that is down to the 1. And there's another injury. It's Alex Soto. And he is not going to come back either. Our pass rush was weak already in this game with Rivera gone, but now we have 2 of our 3 starting edge rushers gone. And now it's going to have to be the Dalvin McKell show. But first, touchdown Chargers. Austin Eckler That's a 2-touchdown lead. And we're halfway through the third quarter. It's time to wake up, Eagles offense. It's time to wake up. And there's another fumble! And that is picked up, thankfully, by Travis Maynard. Wow. I think that's Easton Young. 2nd and 24. And Landry, post, wide open, Slaughter. On 2nd and 24, they get 20 back. So 3rd and 4 now. And Landry has the man wide open. This is Matt Upshaw, breaks a tackle, falls ahead. And that is 18 yards. And quickly they move out of a bad situation. 1st and 10. Landry gets it away on the corner route. And that is Jamie Boston with another catch. The number 5 receiver. He is playing nicely. 3rd and 10 now. You need to get this one. A field goal is not going to help you a lot. Christian Landry over the middle. It's Dog Washington. 1st down, 19 yards. You need to get him more involved. But Landry's still below 50% completion percentage. And the pressure is coming in on 3rd and 4. Touchdown. It's Mitch Slaughter. And the Eagles are cutting into this lead, rather. It's a 7-point game now, and Justin Herbert moves quickly. Already inside Eagles territory, and 3rd and 4. That is a dump off that's too short, and Coco Washington just made the all-important stop there on 3rd down. So they have to punt it away, and we just lost our other starting middle linebacker. Are you kidding me? These injuries are ridiculous. Nolan Graham. He has 17 yards, and Landry finally getting it together. That crosses 200 passing yards. And we're into the 4th quarter now. Matt Upshaw up the middle, and that's 9 yards. Nice run. And abdominal tear for Mike Middleton. This is ridiculous. I can't believe it, man. 3rd and 10. Christian Landry. He is scrambling out of his pocket, but nowhere to go. That's just 5 yards. And actually, it makes the 4th down conversion easier. 5 yards, and Nolan Graham just continues to ball out. 23 yards to him. And he's doing great. But unfortunately, if you've missed it, we have still the breakout chance for Mitch Slaughter, and this is not going well. Not going well at all. 2nd and goal from the 9, Christian Landry. And he has some time, gets it away, touchdown, Mitch Slaughter. And hang on, I think this is his 2nd of the day. Maybe there is a way with the touchdowns. Maybe, but there is only 5 minutes on the clock. Game tied at 17 now. And Herbert, he is splitting the safeties as Taylor Anderson can't get back there. And it's a touchdown for the Chargers. And I think that was a one-play drive. No, actually it was not. That was a 3rd down. But 7-point game now. 5 minutes left. Christian Landry gets it away. It's Devontae Smith, and that's a 1st down. 14 yards to the star wideout. 3rd and 8. Christian Landry. Pressure coming in, and Upshaw trying to spin away from tacklers here. Doesn't get much, but 4th and 4 is easier than 4th and 8. And he is actually wide open, but he just decides to throw it to Nolan Graham instead. And this is his 2nd 4th down conversion in the game. 2nd and 10. And this is Dog Washington, 1st down, Eagles. And we're at the 2-minute warning now. Landry running outside of the pocket and scrambling upfield, getting out of bounds. And that is close to a 1st down. 2nd and inches, 2 running backs in the backfield. Both go on routes. And Landry gets it away. Mitch Slaughter down to the 2. And Landry's at 50 passes now because we can't run the football even if we wanted to. And we have been down by so much in this game. 2nd and goal, Christian Landry. 5-man pressure, gets it away. Touchdown Slaughter. This is his 3rd. If we can force this thing into overtime, maybe we can get him the 4th touchdown he needs. Maybe. But I don't have much hope. because now Justin Herbert gets the football, and they have been kind of unstoppable. As Herbert, 4-man pressure, and he has a clean pocket for a million years. And this is broken up by Madden. Nice play. They have to punt it back to the Eagles, and now we even have a chance to win this game. You're kidding. And at the sideline, it's Doug Washington, but we have to use a timeout. He couldn't fall out of bounds there. 2nd and 10, close bunch. And Landry has Mitch Slaughter. That's a first, close to a first down. Oh, actually, it is a first down. And he's at 105 yards. It's not going to be 200 yards. If it's going to be something, it's going to be 4 touchdowns. And Landry has a man at the sideline. It's Doug Washington. 10 seconds left. Yeah, I think this is it. One last play. Maybe get into the end zone. Landry shot down the field, and Washington for the jump ball. That was a bad call. And they have to take the field goal here and seal this game with a 3-point margin. There's not going to be a 4th touchdown. But they are going to ice the kicker. Did it work out? No, it did not. The Eagles win it 27-24. We had 3 points until deep into the 3rd quarter. And we managed to somehow turn it around and get back in this thing and even win it in the end. That was an incredible stretch of games. One goes to overtime. One is decided in the last few seconds, and the other one is won by a game-winning walk-off field goal with clock expiring. Incredible, as Landry has 380 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Austin Eckler had a nice game, and we did not. On the ground, at least. Mike Williams couldn't stop this guy at all. He was abusing J.C. Horn all the damn time. Mitch Slaughter, 3 touchdowns, just fell shy. Doug Washington had a nice game today, 88 yards. Graham had a nice game, 76, and I think I just saw Devontae Smith having 67. That's gonna pull his average down by a lot. Coco Washington, by the way, filling in very nicely. He did great in that game. And then, yeah, for sacks, not a whole lot happening in this game. Taylor Anderson with the pick, and a couple of forced fumbles for Jadeveon Clowney and Daniel Saxton. So yeah, that's nice to see for their defense, but for our offensive line, we need to do better than that. And Devontae Smith just got a massive upgrade, unbelievable upgrade, even +1 injury. That is absolutely ridiculous. He's at 99 overall already, and he's continuing to get even better. Mike Middleton, abdominal tear, out 5 weeks down there at the bottom. This is awful. At least he gets a nice upgrade. +1 acceleration is really valuable at linebacker. He's now at 88. And his coverage is somewhat fine, I guess. And then Easton Young, who is having some problems with Pass Pro, just gets a little bit of an upgrade here. And his ratings don't look that bad. They actually look pretty great. But in today's game, a lot of pressure over the middle. I mean, it was Austin Tucker, I guess. What did I expect? And then, by the way, I completely forgot that Bobby Armstead still is a thing in this defense. He is now the run stopper. In the wake of Clay Riley, I was wrong about that earlier. James Smith still is just the rush D tackle. And then Alex Soda, thankfully he's not hurt. Finesse moves, goes up there. And yeah, he's a one-trick pony right now. And I think you could see that without Jonathan Rivera, our defense is kind of screwed. Chris Matlock gets an upgrade, and that is a really weak one. Especially considering that I'm using strong safeties. And those 2 ratings are the only ones that don't matter at all. Actually, play rec is another one that doesn't matter at all. But yeah, breakout didn't happen. But I guess we were kind of close. The offense just didn't get going for the entirety of the game. We just In the last 1.25 quarters, we somehow got it going, but before that it was really awful. And yeah, 2 new injuries after this game. That is really sad to see. Mike Middleton is gonna miss, I guess that's 4 games now. After I sim to the next week, it's gonna be 4 games. And then Tyler Stokes also is gonna miss 3 games. Wow, the injury is piling up, especially at linebacker. But it is kind of ridiculous that Landry got Player of the Week. He played so awful today. He didn't throw a pick, but his accuracy was awful. And then Taylor Anderson had 1,000,000 tackles and an interception that gets him Player of the Week. Nice one there. And that's gonna do it for this game, for this episode. We are now 3-0, but not by much, because this point differential is not great. This was really close in all 3 games, and there's a lot of other teams there too. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Eagles franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.